Okie dokie, I'm going to show you a bit about Adobe Bridge. For photography class, we're going to use this to view your photographs versus something else like Windows Picture Viewer, which you're probably very familiar using on your computer. Adobe Bridge has some very special features. When you open your files, you are able to view them in this content panel as thumbnails. You can adjust the size of your thumbnails by using this slider down here. I like to use this to first look at my overall compositions to decide which compositions are strongest without worrying about the fine details or expressions on someone's face. The other thing I really like about this is that when you do select an image, it allows you to preview it larger in the preview panel. Now you can adjust your workspace so your preview panel can get pretty big, which allows you to see some of your images as large as a 4x6 print, really. The other thing that I like about this is that you are able to use a magnifying glass within the preview panel to really check and see if your depth of field and the area of sharpness is where you want it to be. So this is a must for deciphering good quality photographs for printing, as that is our main goal. The other item that's really nice about this, my workspace tends to always hide it because I don't necessarily always want to see it, but each photograph that you take digitally records what's called metadata. So I can see here that this photograph was taken at an aperture of 2.5 at 1/200th of a second, ISO 100. That's very helpful as new beginners with photography to learn what is going on with those photographs that don't turn out the way you wanted them to. If they're blurry, well, what shutter speed was it? You might not remember, as you might not record it. Well, it's recorded for you in the metadata, and we can access it through Bridge. There are other items of importance as you allow more metadata to show. Usually it allows you to see your lens length and things too. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Which lens you used, what the focal length was. It really gives you a nice history, whether you used flash or not. It gives you a really great history to look back at your pictures and say, how did I do that? Why did it turn out that way? How can I fix what happened? So it's really, really nice to look back at that, and we will. I'm certain we will look back at the metadata often to see what happened in that photograph. Another feature that I like when trying to decipher which prints to print, which photographs are good enough for printing, I'm able to go through and select my favorites. So I may give a 5-star rating to my favorite images that I think are the best quality. To do that, when I have an image selected here in the content panel, I press Control and 5. That's given me a 5-star. That is one of my favorites. Maybe I have another favorite here, Control 5, 5-star. Maybe there's one I like, but there's maybe something about it I'm not so happy about, or maybe I want to crop it, maybe I don't know, needs to be retouched or something like that. I can give it a Control 4. So I can start to categorize my images by ratings. And then over here in this filter panel, you'll see I have 57 pictures with no rating, 1 with 4 stars, 3 with 5 stars. So I can look back at what were my top favorites. I can click on those and it's going to give me my top 3 favorites. So then I can look at these and say, okay, I'm only able to print 1 which one, and I can then go talk to my classmates about it. You can come talk to me about it, and we can see them side by side to kind of decipher which one is stronger and why. You can also, if you highlight or select all of these images, or just a couple, I can do Control Select. I can put 2 images side by side for direct comparison, or I can do Control A and select all of them, and I can then even look, okay, are these all crisp and clear where I need them to be? And so this is helpful when you have some photographs that are really similar to one another and you can't quite decide which one maybe is the best quality when you're going to print and when you're going to enlarge. Now this filter panel has a whole lot of other information. It shows you the date that the photos were taken or modified, orientation, 49 horizontal landscape pictures, 11 portrait. 1 is square. I must have edited that or something. ISO speed ratings, like how many pictures you took at a certain exposure, 53 pictures at 1/200th of a second. How many pictures at, I mean, it's just kind of neat to see what you favor too as you start to learn what you like visually in your photographs. And that can be kind of a helpful learning tool as well.